Hey guys, James of Torches and Tactical, and today we are going to be talking about a brand new light for this Olight fall sales event. Now, we've already talked about the Olight Sphere, and a video just came out about the Baton Turbo. So now we are going to talk about the brand new Perun 3. And unfortunately, I do have to say that I don't have any experience with the Perun 2 or even the Perun 2 Mini or the first generation. This is the third generation, 3 LEDs. You got a proximity sensor, you got the red light, and not only is this a right angle light, but it also works as a headlamp, as you can see from the headlamp strap here. In addition to all that this can do, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about some of those specifications and everything. So first and foremost, I know you want to know how bright this gets. This does get to 3,000 lumens and 6,400 candela. Yeah, I know 6,400 doesn't seem like a lot, but that's because this is designed to flood out as much as humanly possible. It is still 160 meters of throw though, so that's pretty good. I mean, almost 500 feet off of a headlamp that you can just easily carry around or even use as a right angle vest light or something. Very, very cool. In addition to that turbo, you do also have high mode of 600 lumens, medium of 120 lumens, low of 30, and a moonlight in white of 5 lumens. So that's going to give you a total of up to 20 days runtime. So very, very cool. 5 lumens at 20 days is still quite a bit. It is powered by that 21700 cell that operates at 3.6 volts. It is 5,000 milliamp hours in capacity. So again, very, very cool. It does also have a red light in there too, like I said earlier. That will operate at 60 lumens in high mode and go down to low of 15 lumens, and that 15 lumens will operate at 70 hours. I'm sorry, for 70 hours. So quite a bit of functionality. You can see all the accessories here, which we are going to go over in just a second. But all that functionality comes in a form factor that is only 116.8 millimeters long by 28 millimeters at the head. So again, it does have that 21700 cell battery, but with that battery, the whole thing only comes in at 150 grams. So a lot of functionality, a lot of usability in a small form factor, but it's also tough. You can drop this at 1.5 meters. That is the drop resistance rating that the Perun 3 has. In addition to that, it is IP68 water resistant rated. So incredibly, incredibly cool. In addition to that, you do also have the MCC charging that Olight is very famous and sometimes shunned for, frankly, but you do have that MCC charging. So now I'm going to go ahead and set this down. I want to go over everything that comes in it so you guys can see, well, I can get that out of the way, but you can see all the accessories that come in it. So first and foremost, you get that very, very clear glossy photo of the Perun 3. Now this is orange, and it did release at the same time in a black color. So if you like black, that is available. You can see here it does have that lifetime warranty. On the other side, Olight Perun 3, and you do have the QR code so you can get a little more information. There we go. That's the serial number 0809 10914. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set this out of the way now. And inside, you do get your MCC charger. If you're not familiar with this, you plug this into the full-size USB-A and then simply go ahead and throw it on. Now this light here, this light on the charger is going to go red, and if it's fully dead, it'll have about a 4-hour charge time, but that'll go green as soon as your Perun 3 is topped off and ready to go. So let's get that charger out of the way. It does also come with a lanyard. There's a couple lanyard provisions on the side of the Perun 3, so you can put a lanyard in it. And sometimes these little lanyards are quite difficult to get on your flashlight, so they've included a lanyard pick tool. This is going to make it a lot easier to get that set up and ready to go. Let's get that out of the way. Inside that box, you do also get a user manual, which is going to go through all those specifications that I just talked to you about, as well as a warning manual, basically saying don't eat your battery and don't shine it in your eyes. So let's get that out of the way. And last but not least, the piece de resistance, so to speak. This right here is the Olight Perun 3 headlamp strap. And this has a redesign from the Perun 2. I did look at the Perun 2, and the Perun 2 had the rubber or silicone straps that went over it to secure it. This is a full metal frame. Now, if I'm being straight up, the full metal frame is going to do something that I'm particularly not a fan of. If you like to keep your flashlights in very, very operational order, you can see here there's already scratches from taking it in and out of that headlamp strap. So if you find that you are going to be putting this in your headlamp strap quite a bit, and you're going to be taking it back out just the same. You will see those wear lines appear very, very quickly. I think there's a very, very good way to be able to secure your Perun 3 without having to potentially ruin the anodized finish. That orange color is fantastic, and it matches very, very well with the orange Baton 3 Max. And this one does appear slightly, I mean, it has a larger surface. Here, let's compare. They do match very, very well. This one appears just ever so slightly more matte, but this is quite a bit older too, so maybe it has lost a little bit of that shine. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that headlamp strap after I show you that it is fully adjustable. You can adjust the side to side as well as top to bottom, so you can make sure that it's not going to move around. This is incredibly secure. That metal clamping system inside this plastic housing, it's not going to go anywhere. So if you like a good headlamp, this might be a good option for you. So now that we have looked at that, I do want to show you here. I'm going to bring it up. You can see those 3 white LEDs. That black section up top is a proximity sensor, and they've chosen a more, I guess I'll call it scrounded. It has a large radius here, but the sides are still flat. A lot of cooling fins there. This does go 3,000 lumens, so I guess they are going to want to make sure that they pack as much cooling in there as possible. But we'll step down. Very, very stiff pocket clip. This will work great as a vest light. So you got Olight here. You got your governmental signage, Perun 3, and again, you can see your serial number right there, but you can see those marks left by the headlamp strap. I would have preferred to see something more of a silicone band that secures it. I do like the twist in the knurling on that battery tube. Very, very nicely done, and it matches up really well with that battery or the tail cap as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the tail cap just so I can show you that battery real fast. 21700 cells, 3.6 volts, 5000 milliamp hours. You can see the positive and negative charger because it does have that MCC wireless charging. But you can also see here, you do have that provision. So, I mean, that's incredibly tiny. I know I got big hands, but that's incredibly tiny. So you want to be able to get that in there easily and secure it. So there we go. Now you do also have, there we go. You do also have your button, which sits on the side and is very, very flat and recessed. So it's not going to get accidentally bumped. You do have to be intentional with your movements, but let's go ahead and turn it on. There you go. You can see a little bit of that beam. That beam is very broad. You do have an incredibly soft hotspot, but it comes out very, very quickly. So the fact that I'm maybe 1.5 feet or 18 inches away from the desk, you do have about a 1-to-1. So for every 18 inches, it's going to come out about 18 inches as well. So very, very broad beam pattern. But I do want to show you just real quick. So you can go ahead, turn your light on, press and hold, and that will cycle through 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to cycle through your low, medium, and high mode. So low again is here, there we go. So low is 30 lumens, medium is 120 lumens, high is 600 lumens. And if you want to go to turbo, you're going to do a double press. That is 3000 lumens. Now I know the camera is correcting for it, so it's not going to appear as bright as you may anticipate. But if you want to go to moonlight, you press and hold, and this will go to 5 lumen moonlight mode. Again, this will run for 20 days, so incredibly, incredibly useful. I like the fact that you do get quite a bit of usable light. So 5 lumens is a lot better than an ultra, ultra low moonlight. But if you want to go to red while it's off, you can do a double press and hold. So you do get red. And if you press and hold again, it will go to an SOS mode. So here we have low. This is 15 lumens with red. So 70 hours runtime with this one. And if you double press, it will go to high mode. So this is 60 lumens with high on the red mode. And then you do also have a proximity sensor. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on real fast. Let's go ahead and do a quick double press. So this is 3000 lumens. Now if I bring my hand in, you can see it dive down. So it will cut down automatically your light output to make sure that it's not going to get too close and set anything on fire, and you have that extra safety standard built in. So I do know what you guys are going to want to see. You're going to want to see how the Perun 3 acts out in the wild. So I do want to take this outside and show you how the Perun 3 with its 3000 lumens and that red light have how they behave in their native atmosphere, so to speak. So let's go ahead and get this outside and do that. All right, guys, tonight we are out with the Perun 3 from Olight. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and press and hold. And this is the 5 lumen moonlight mode. Now, I can almost guarantee you're not going to see anything on camera, but if we press and hold again, it will go to 30 lumens for low. Let's go ahead and press and hold one more time. Now we have 120 lumens for medium. Press and hold one more time. This is 600 lumens from high. And if you want to see all 3000 lumens, and that's 160 meters, let's do a quick double press. So this is 3000 lumens, 160 meters at 6400 candela. Very, very nice, very broad output. Does get a little warm. Luckily it has those cooling fins to help dissipate that heat. Now while it's off, if I do a double press and hold. So now we have red light, and the red light comes in at 60 lumens for high. And if we do a double press, this is 15 lumens for low mode. We can do a press and hold, and it will do 60 lumen SOS in that red beam. And if we do a long press, it'll go back into moonlight, and then we can do another double to go back to 3000 lumens. Again, 160 meters, 6400 candela, and 3000 lumens from the Perun 3 in turbo. And now that we have seen how the Perun 3 does out in the wild, let's go ahead and get back inside. All right, guys, we went outside and we saw the Perun 3. We saw how that 3000 lumens from the 3 individual emitters, how that looks, how wide that beam is. It is incredibly useful. Now, obviously, I didn't put it on my head during the night shots, so you guys could easily see that. I didn't want to have to adjust on camera while it was mounted to my headlamp strap. So, but I did want to run through all those modes with you, show you how the white, the red looked, and I wanted to make sure that you guys could see how this worked out in a situation in which you guys are actually going to be using it, you know, outside in the dark. So if you guys do like the Perun 3, go ahead and click on that link in the description. They are having their Olight fall sales event right now up until the 20th, and you can get the Perun 3 at a very, very good discount. And in addition to that, they do have a lot of other options as well. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I do truly appreciate you guys checking out the channel. If you like this video, go ahead and click that thumbs up. Also, click on that subscribe, and when you subscribe, click on that bell notification, because that's going to let you guys know when we have other videos like the Perun 3 coming out, and it's also going to let you know when we have a giveaway. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.